to the second part of Secretpath's video diary. I'm Domenico, the bass player, and we will speak about my bass parts for this album, the whole process of recording, and my approach to bass playing. So stay tuned and enjoy. Well, actually, I've been one of the first members to enter in the band, and it was 2008. But the lineup was totally different, and I left the band quite soon to pursue other musical interests. But I kept in touch with Pierluigi, the guitar player, and because we are very good friends. And I was in Lithuania 1 month prior to my entrance in the band, and Pierluigi asked me if I wanted to fill in just for a couple of gigs, because the previous bass player had left the band. And of course I said yes, and after a while I discovered that I felt very comfortable within the context of the band, so I decided to enter Secretpath in a permanent way as the bass player. So here I am.
Walking in the dark forest of my insanity, searching for a guide by my side. I see a reflex between the shadows. Close my eyes, no time to decide.
I created the bass parts in a very, very short time, because we had to record the album under the choice. So we had a very few time between my entrance and the actual recording of the album. So I was forced to do everything in basically a couple of weeks, or just 3 weeks maximum. That was the time I had. And I decided to rearrange all the bass parts, all of them, and we also took advantage of the situation to arrange in a very short time also a lot of drum parts to get them very well along with the bass lines that I created. So me and Francesco worked a lot on all the grooves. We changed a lot of previous grooves, and we had the idea of having a more solid rhythm foundation for the guitar parts and for the vocals. And we also had the idea of making the bass and the drum work very closely within the context of the songs. So it was a very hard work, and we worked for hours and hours every day. rehearsing a lot between me and him, and I think the result was quite good. And also the recording has been very funny. And I was actually surprised by how smooth the whole thing was, and I'm very happy with the results, and also I'm very happy with the bass sound, which is not the typical metal bass sound you would hear. There's more of a rock edge to that, and a lot of groove, which I think is something that, you know, sometimes in modern metal bands is not very present. Our aim with the rest of the band, especially with Francesco, was to create bass parts that were very important in the songs, that did not necessarily follow the guitars, but that were more linked with what the drums were doing. And I think that me and Francesco achieved the results very, very good.
Escape from the scream of escape now. The sky is darker than below. Follow you and not follow you. I want to forget your name, forget my dark insanity. I try to raise my strength to find my dark insanity.
Well, I've got a very broad range of influences, especially courtesy of my father, which is an avid record collector. He's got thousands of albums of any genre, from classical to jazz to rock music, so I was exposed to music since I was a child. And later on, I discovered a lot of music on my own. Metal is probably 20% of the stuff I listen to, and the other 80% is totally different stuff. My main influences are 70s prog rock, especially bands like Pink Floyd or King Crimson, Rush, early Yes, and also psychedelic bands from the 60s and 70s like Can or Noi, a lot of German bands, Amondul. Then a lot of early punk rock and hardcore bands like Black Flag or Dead Kennedys, and especially the Minutemen and Fire Hose, which are two great bands from the 80s, and their bass player, Mike Watts, is definitely one of my favorite bass players. He's fantastic. And my favorite band at all is early Black Sabbath. In fact, my main influence as a bass player is Geezer Butler. Everything he's done has been very, very important to my playing. As far as heavy metal goes, I'm really into guys like Steve Harris or Cliff Barton or Rex Brown from Pantera. But as I said before, the players that I prefer are mostly to be found in the rock and also funk and jazz genres, especially guys like Stanley Clarke or Bootsy Collins from Parliament and Funkadelic, which are the two bands that I listen to very much, or Pastorius. And in general, I'm not very focused on how technically proficient the bass player is.
Non mi riesce a fare sta cosa.
Have a lot of great feeling when they play. Even guys like, for example, Sting, especially in his Police days, or Tony Levin from Peter Gabriel and King Crimson, John Watson from King Crimson too, and very great players from the 70s in general, like for example Paul McCartney from the Beatles or John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. Well, in general, I have to say that I'm influenced by a very different kind of styles. Salute.